Hello and welcome to the Bubble Hangout Digital Careers Clinic with me, Bubble Social Media Marketing Manager Lauren, and our Digital Marketing Manager Amy.
Okay, so this hangout takes place once a month, and in it we discuss all the latest jobs that are being advertised on our job board, some of the latest blogs that we've published, and we also answer some of your digital career questions.
If you want to submit a question during the Hangout, you can do so by clicking the Q&A icon in the corner of your screen, send us your query, and we'll answer it in the advice section of the show.
Okay, so let's have a look at some of the digital jobs that we're currently advertising on Bubble Jobs. And first up, Charity Action for Children are looking for 2 digital communications managers to join their team, one focusing on services and one focusing on development. Both of these roles are based at their headquarters in Watford. So if you're a highly skilled communicator and you want to work for a great charity, then this could be the job for you. So just click on the links on your screen now.
Next up, Mobile Network 3 are on the lookout for an SEO manager to join them in Maidenhead. Now, if you're a great communicator and a natural leader, and you've got a thorough understanding of SEO principles, and you've got a track record of delivering on-page and technical SEO for a household name or brand, then this could be a really great position for you. So to apply, again, just follow the link on your screen.
Now, do you fancy working for the winner of The Apprentice? Yep, last year's winner, Mark Wright, his company Climb Online are looking for a PPC account manager / campaign performance specialist to join their team in Loughton in Essex. So if you're experienced in Google AdWords campaign management and you've got experience with bid management platforms, then this could be a good job for you. Again, just click on the link to find out more.
Okay, and finally, we've got another mobile network this month. EE are on the hunt for a planning and governance executive to join their team down in London. So if you're highly numerate and literate and you've got good Excel and PowerPoint skills and good communication skills, and you've got some project management experience or a project management qualification, then this could be ideal. So again, just follow the link on your screen to apply.
Okay, so now we're going to have a look at some of the blogs that we've published over the last couple of weeks. And I recently wrote a blog about how digital marketing courses can help to boost your career. Now, there are lots of digital marketing courses out there, so the right one for you will depend on your learning preferences, your budget, and really what you're looking to get out of it. Earlier this month, I should say, I spoke to Squared Online, who run a digital marketing course in partnership with Google, to find out how their digital marketing course could help you out in your career. So firstly, digital marketing courses are packed full of the latest digital news, industry trends, and the best practices. So if you do a course like this, then you could really help to update your knowledge and basically upskill. So this could really benefit you later on when you're looking for another job. Next up, networking. In addition to networking with the course lecturers and some of the guest speakers, with these courses you also get a chance to network with some of your peers. So these might be people that are already working in the digital marketing industry or are looking to break into it. The great thing about networking with digital marketing courses is not only do you get to network and it will pay off for you now, but later down the line in your career, you could also still be in touch with these people who might have some great career opportunities or might be able to help you out when it comes to digital marketing tools or best practice. Next up, depending on your learning style, Squared Online could be a great course for you. Unlike a lot of others that are out there, Squared Online has a really collaborative learning environment, and with this course you learn by doing. So you get a real campaign brief, you get to work on it, you get to make mistakes, and you get to learn from it. So it gives you lots of great real world experience that you can look back on and use later in your career. Next up, a great way to make your CV stand out is to complete a digital marketing course. A lot of digital marketing courses take a while to complete and they require a lot of dedication. For example, Squared Online takes around 8 hours a week, and it lasts for 6 months. So obviously you have to put real time and effort in, and this will show to us potential employer that you're really dedicated and you're committed to getting far in the industry. Finally, these courses can give you a really good overview of the industry. For example, the Squared Online course covers things like SEO, PPC, analytics, mobile, customer journeys, analytics, business intelligence, business strategy,
social media
as well. That's right. So with these courses, you might, get to learn about a different area of the digital industry that you weren't particularly familiar with, but that you're actually really good at and which you excel in. So again, these could help to shape your career and really give you a new direction where you might be able to excel. So yeah, definitely. I think, if you're looking for a way to progress your career, a digital marketing course could be a great option.
Yeah, definitely something to consider. Also this month, I wrote a blog about how you should treat your job search kind of like a marketing campaign. Now, that might sound a bit off the wall at the moment, but it does make a lot of sense. When you're job seeking, it'll become clear that what you're actually trying to do is to sell yourself as a product. So as a product that can be hired by a company and be used. But this makes your job search much like a marketing campaign. But how do you approach your career hunt in the same way? Well, firstly, you need to identify your audience. Tailor each application to the sort of company you're applying for. Be clear on the message you're trying to send. Also, tailor it based on whether they're an agency or client side or the industry that they're based in, but also kind of on their ethos and their culture. So the tone of your application should represent the company. So if they're a bit quirky, you can be a bit more personal, a bit off the wall, whereas if they're a bit more corporate, maybe a more traditional approach might be a bit better. Also, make sure that you promote your unique selling points. This is a key part of a marketing campaign, as a company will always identify the USP and use this as the driving force behind any sort of campaign. So when you're applying for jobs, think about what experience or skills will set you apart from other candidates and try and base your application around this. Also, list your core values. Any marketing campaign will always communicate the core message of the company, regardless of what campaign it is. So a job application isn't really any different from that. Technical skills are important, but so is personality and the softer skills that you'll possess. So don't be afraid to mention these on your CV or cover letter. Also, make sure to keep a track of your activity. Whenever we do a marketing campaign here at Bubble, we always track everything that we do, the responses that we get, and how we can improve later on. And the job search is exactly the same. So set up a spreadsheet for any applications that you've sent. Record the link to the job advert, the date you applied, and then maybe like the status. So you should log any responses, interview dates, second interview dates, things like that. It just really helps you to keep track, and you won't forget anything or get lost within it. And also you can track any feedback that you receive, and that will help you improve in the future.
Yeah, definitely, all great points. So now is the part of the Hangout where you can ask us anything, obviously to do with digital careers. So if you've got a question for us, then feel free to ask it now using the Q&A feature, or you can ask it in the chat box. We've actually had a couple of questions sent in over the last few days in the run-up to this Hangout. And the first one is, what sort of things should you include on your UX CV? Now, when it comes to UX jobs and user experience careers, obviously the sector is extremely competitive, so you need to make sure your CV has got all the key information on there. Things that you really need to include are any key skills that you've got experience with, things like wireframing, flow diagrams, concept sketches, if you've got experience with user research, prototyping, usability testing. These are definitely things you should include on your CV. You've got to remember, employers aren't psychic. They don't know what you've got experience with. So unless you say it and unless you state it on your CV, they'll just presume that you don't have it. You really need to have experience with the Adobe Creative Suite, particularly programs like Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. So again, it's really good. It's a really good idea to have these on your CV. When it comes to a UX CV, you need to remember to apply the key principles of user experience design and usability to your CV. You need to make it easy to read, you need to make sure it has a clear journey. You basically just need to show some of the principles that you're familiar with in a UX professional setting on your CV. Yeah, I think that's it really.
Yeah, definitely. Also, another question that we had submitted previous to the Hangout was, should I include a personal profile on my CV? There's no right or wrong answer to this, but what I would say is that they're not mandatory. You don't have to have one, and sometimes when people put personal profiles on their CV, they can just be there for the sake of it, and they might get glossed over by recruiters, especially if they're just full of like buzzwords, fluff, and cliches that don't really mean anything or add anything to your application. If you didn't want to go down the personal profile route, then a table of skills that you have would be much more effective than a personal profile, because it's easier for the recruiter to digest and identify if you're a suitable candidate or not. Remember, recruiters are really busy people, so the easier you make it for them when they're sifting through CVs, the better. And CVs should be short and to the point. So if you really do want to include a personal profile on your CV, make sure it highlights what makes you different from other candidates, and make it short, maybe like a sentence or two at the max, and avoid CV cliches like, oh, I'm a team player, I'm driven, or I can work individually, I'm part of a team, things like that that just don't mean anything at all. So yeah, if they're not mandatory, but if you are going to use one, make sure it's actually worth it. Yeah,
definitely. I think that's it for this hangout. Just as a quick note, if you are interested in UX design jobs and careers, or anything really to do with digital design jobs and careers, in the next couple of weeks we will be launching a new section of our site, a digital design career zone, which is going to be packed full of things such as graphic design CV tips, artwork and portfolio tips, games design, cover letter advice, all things like that. So do keep an eye out for that, and we'll be sure to promote it over social.
Yeah, definitely. And so yeah, that's it for this month's hangout. I hope you enjoyed it. Links to all the jobs featured in the blogs will be in the hangout description and on the YouTube channel later on this afternoon if you'd like to read them in more detail or apply for any other jobs. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next month. Okay, bye.
Bye.